explain to the students who are watching today, how has the Conservative government performed on the environment since taking office?
Absolutely. So the Conservative Party came to power by themselves last year in May 2015 now, and in that time they've really rolled back quite a lot of environmental legislation. And what we saw most interestingly was that a lot of that happened straight away within the first 8 weeks or so. So Tony Blair famously said you just got to really go for it in the first 100 days of power. And so we've seen the Conservative government roll back quite a lot of the legislation that they created alongside the Liberal Democrats in the previous government. So for example, they have removed the requirement for carbon neutral homes. That was in July 2015. They removed subsidies for online wind. They launched a consultation on solar power generation. And so what we've seen is that not that there's been a massive dismantling of everything, but just maybe a lack of confidence towards the environment. And this is quite fascinating really, because just a few years ago in 2008, the Conservative Party was really pushing to be the greenest government ever. They were really in favour of the 2008 Climate Change Act, which called for 80% emissions reductions by 2050. So at one point, under David Cameron, the Conservatives were really environmentally ambitious. But ironically, since 2015, they've maybe shown a different side to them, and there's different reasons for that. Perhaps you might point to backbenchers who are less confident about it. You might say, well, perhaps the people such as David Cameron who were pushing for environmental ambition, maybe they weren't as ambitious as they were claiming to be, or maybe things have just changed quite a lot since then. We've seen the global financial crisis taking place, for example, as well. So there's a range of different factors, but we've definitely seen a lot of confidence in the environment since then.
Picking up on that point, do you think the departure of the Liberal Democrats from the coalition has had a big impact on the rolling back of the support for environmental policies?
I really do. So it was quite a difficult job for the Liberal Democrats. They were given a hard sell really in terms of appearing useful whilst also not being able to claim credit for the things they were doing. I mean, it's really hard to win votes because something didn't happen but otherwise might have done. So, for example, during the Conservative Lib Dem coalition government, there was the decision to perhaps sell off some of the country's forests, and that decision was later overturned. It's hard to say the role of the Liberal Democrats in each of these stages, but what we have, the urgency that we've seen this rolling back in the first 8 weeks or so of the Conservative government last year does suggest that the Lib Dem is basically the brakes for the Conservative Party, I'd say.
Okay, and as a final assessment of the Conservative government in recent years, they came to power claiming they would be the greenest government ever. Are they?
No, quite a long way from it really. I mean, this is what's so tricky about electoral politics, about the government system we have here in the UK, is that you go to government, you go to the people with a manifesto to say this is what we want to achieve. But the environment wasn't really discussed in the general election anyway, and so people weren't really making informed decisions about that anyway, which meant the Conservatives felt quite comfortable, really, to say, well, we weren't voted in because of our environmental credentials. We now think we need to focus on different things, such as fracking, for example, as well. That's been encouraged, the new nuclear power plants. And so, actually, it's quite easy to see that this has been a significant shift.
So more about energy
yes.
security as opposed to cleaning up aspects
That's a really
of
good
energy
putting it.
policy.
I think so. It's energy, not environment, really. That's the new government, I'd say.
Okay.